What's up, guys? Welcome back to Before the Millions Trading Academy. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a raw, uncut, holy grail of trading. How to make this work. 95%, if not more, of traders are not making any money. They're losing money over and over and over. And only 5% of traders are making money. And that's from the trader that started yesterday and the trader that have been trading for 10 years, 20 years plus. So imagine all the traders in the world and only 5% of them are even making money. So out of that 5% pool, imagine who's really making, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus figures in trading. And just because the numbers are like this does not mean you cannot be a profitable trader. It's just understanding, how do I make this work? What are the winners doing that I have to do in order to be profitable? And in this training, I'm going to give you guys the 3 foundations, the 3 pillars, the holy trinity, if you will, of trading. Now, what you have to understand is the things that profitable traders do and the things that non-profitable traders do are complete polar opposites. So if you're currently a non-profitable trader, I promise you, if you were to do the opposite of everything you do, and it's going to be covered today in this training, you would automatically be profitable. And I'm talking about starting next week, starting next month, depending on your strategy. But yes, you can get overnight switch, if you would, kind of like a switch, like a lightning bolt. Overnight switch that will allow you to start instantly being profitable in your trading. That does not mean that your account is instantly going to be at $1 million, at 100,000, at 5, 6 figures, 7 figures. However, you will see immediate results in terms of the market feedback that you're getting in your trading, right? So the 3 pillars when it comes to how do I become a profitable trader. Pillar number 1 is having a well-defined, objective system with your trading. Here's the problem. Every trader goes through a search for that holy grail strategy, that perfect strategy in the world that is just going to solve all their problems. And I'm telling you here today, there is no such thing. There's no perfect strategy that has 100% win rate that you'll never lose. Regardless of what type of trader tells you what, you never know exactly what the market is going to do. There's no holy grail with it. So what you have to understand is with every strategy or system, there is a probability. You may have a 50%, 80%, 60, 20, whatever. Every single strategy has a different probability. So, and that would just break down into your win to loss ratio, right? How often when this pattern arrives, are you correct? So the first aspect you have to even understand when it comes to having a real strategy is understanding what a strategy is. Like I said, every trader, we go on this quest for what is the perfect holy grail strategy or method or way of trading. Is it ICT? Is it smart money concepts? Is it support and resistance retail? Is it my indicator? Is it this magic indicator? RSI, whatever the case may be. We all have this vast knowledge of all these different things and what traders do. Most traders, and this is why the numbers are so how they are. 95% of traders lose money, but even though the number is at 95%, you'll be able to see quickly how many traders are really just gambling. So you have all this different knowledge. You may know support or resistance, this indicator, all these different things, and not understand what these things are telling you or what they're properly used for. And what most traders do is they come to the market every single day and they just pattern identify. They see support and resistance, so they buy. They have an indicator saying this time, so they sell. Their RSI is above 80, so they sell. They see sweeper liquidity, so they buy. And they're just pattern recognizing. There's no step-by-step process. There's no systematic approach to how they're trading. No systematic approach, no discipline is equal to chaos. That is the definition of chaos, having no rules, no system in place. Just imagine a world where there were no laws and no rules. The Purge. You guys watch the Purge movie? The Purge is when there's no laws and no rules. Your trading account is the Purge because you have no laws and no rules. If you have laws, rules, and ways to enforce them, that's how you have a sustainable economy. That's how you have safety. People want to live in safe environments because they know there's police around, there's a police station, a mile away. So if anything were to happen, it would not be hard for the police to be there within a minute. They have ways to regulate themselves, and they have discipline and structures in place so that there is regulation, there is structure in their trading. And when there is structure and there is discipline, that's when you'll see results. So the first thing you have to do is build your system, your strategy. This may be a 3, 4, 5-step confirmation, right? A lot of traders look at something called confluence. Confluence is another thing. That's great. That's multiple different patterns telling you the same thing. It may be a support and resistance plus an indicator plus news plus this analysis. You have 4 or 5 things telling you the same story, so that causes you to go buy, that causes you to go sell. That is a great, solid way to trade. Now, the thing is, when you have something like confluence and you have a systematic approach and you have a step-by-step, and I like to use the word recipe because it's a step-by-step system that you're doing every single time on repeat. Once you have that structure, you have a strategy. Now, understand, this strategy is component of the time you're trading, the days you're trading, the session, the strategy, right? Those confluences, those things that you need the market to do before you get into the trade. You have these systematic things, and when you have that built and you have that systematic set recipe, what you can now do is backtest and look at the data. And that's, again, a process. This is the first pillar, a process that 80% of traders don't even do. If you were to go backtest your strategy, you would know fast whether it works or not. So you don't have to waste money. You don't have to waste time. Find a system, find a pattern, find a recipe, test it, look at the data over a vast period of time. You can look this year, last year, pick different months, go to random times and test this system at the same time, the same routine, and see the type of results you get. You will get the percentage that you win. You will get that win to loss ratio. So once you have that system, you have to understand in your system also indicates how much you're risking per trade, your take profit. This is all part of your trading plan. So the first component is put that together. How do you put that together is a great question. I know you were thinking of that. Well, that is up to you, right? There's books, there's courses, there's mentors. It's up to you to do your due diligence and just find someone that fits your criteria, your personality. See how they trade. If they trade institutional, you kind of like that concept of people being swept and people, just that whole ideology, go that way. I don't really subscribe to that. I don't think that a bank cares about what I'm doing on a Tuesday morning. I don't really think a bank really cares about my particular small order compared to theirs. So I don't really subscribe to that. I feel like everybody is getting into the market at all times. That's why the market is moving. But everybody looks at the market different. Just find someone that fits with how you see the market, that, also their strategy type. If they're a swing trader, a scalper, whatever the case may be, they fit with what you do and learn. You may have to go and find different courses, but you have to put a systematic approach together. Even if you're going to take different pieces of the puzzle and put it together, you have to put a recipe and a structure together. Get the data, test the data, make sure you have your risk to reward component. In this strategy, guys, the first pillar, I'll say 3 main pillars. With your strategy, you're going to have a certain accuracy in terms of how often you win. It may be 20, 30%, 40%. Well, depending on that, you also have to have a risk to reward, some type of reward model with your trading. You have to have a risk model, how much you're risking per trade. So these are the things that you're going to factor in your strategy. When's your stop loss going to be, your take profit? Everything has to be preset. Once you preset this daily routine, you've tested the data, now you have something to work with. You have something that produces income. You may run to how much money can I make with this strategy? It's infinite. It's up to you. Every strategy can produce any amount of money you would like to produce. Even if a strategy only produces, let's say, 5R a day. What I mean by R is risk. So let's say you're risking $1,000, and with 30 days of trading, you're able to pull out 5R from doing this strategy every single day for a month. Well, in 5R, you can risk 100 to make 500 in a month, or you can risk 100,000 to make 500,000 in a month, or 1 million to make 5 million in a month. So You can scale this thing up. When it comes to how much money you're making, you can scale anything up. It's about first building your structure. So now I have my structure. That is pillar one. That is the most important pillar, guys. Everything follows after this. When it comes to psychology and everything I'm talking about after, it comes after. People focus on this next pillar, which is pillar two, psychology. Trading psychology. Now, disclaimer, a lot of traders, again, put emphasis on trading psychology. And in my opinion, it's very important. But until you have a solid foundation with your trading, it doesn't matter. Because you can be the most disciplined person in the world, but if your strategy sucks, you will not make money. So you have to get really good at your technical analysis and understanding, analysis of the market, structure, now psychology. Now your psychology is just in terms of, greed. People deal with greed issues. So if you feel like you're a greedy person, fear of missing out is a big issue, right? You see a trade running and now you want to jump in. Over leveraging, revenge trading, feeling like the market owes you something because you hit break even. All these different emotions that come with trading, psychological part of trading, the emotional part of trading. Let me help you guys understand something. People tell you, don't feel, let go of your emotions, let go of the feeling. Listen, guys, you're a human being. You are a person. Feeling is a blessing. Emotion is a blessing that we have, that God gave us, right? You don't want to throw that in the trash. You are entitled to feel how you feel when you're in a trade. Of course, when you're in profit, you're going to be happy. Why wouldn't you want to be happy when you're in profit? Of course, when you're in drawdown, it's kind of annoying, it's kind of stressful. I understand this is a feeling. Don't fight it. You have the right to feel this way. But how you feel does not excuse your actions. And that's what you have to understand and accept as a trader and as a person. You're going to feel how you're going to feel. You're going to go through situations in life that make you feel certain type of ways, certain situations with people that make you feel certain types of ways, but that does not excuse the action that you take. If someone offends you, makes you angry, steals from you, robs you, disrespects you, that is not an excuse murdering them. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have to face those consequences. So yes, there's going to be times where you're in profit and the market's going to pull back and take all your profits and hit your break even. So now you feel like the market owes you something and you're entitled to feel that way. But now what you go and do with your actions is you go revenge trade and take another trade. And now you face the consequences of losing money. Now this is what I like to call a 100% avoidable loss. And that's what you want to avoid in trading. So the way to battle and to strengthen your psychology and to actually start to naturally diminish and dampen these feelings, because you're always going to feel, especially as capital grows and scales. You can't just say, oh, I'm a disciplined trader, at $1,000. But what about when it's 10,000? What about when it's 100,000? What about when you start getting investors investing in you, and you have to trade their capital? What about if you have people following your trades? It's not easy, right? But the only way to fight this, even though you're going to fail, is to have rules. When you have, that brings me back to step number one, pillar number one. When you have a systematic rule and rubric to your trading, your job as a trader every day is not to come and trade, it's to just follow your plan. That's your daily duty. Follow your plan and manage your risk. Rinse and repeat every single day. Because if you know this is a profitable, this is a money producing strategy, routine, just play the routine every single day and it's going to produce results. It may waver in how much results, but you know that because this is a proven strategy, it's going to produce results. Now, one of the psychological barriers that traders face is greed. And they over leverage, they risk too much. We all face it. We want to make more money faster, whatever the case may be. I can't tell you stop being greedy. I know you have bills to pay. Rent is due in a month. Rent is due in half a month, right? Rent may be due tomorrow. I can't tell you to not need money. However, when you accept the fact that I cannot control the market, and I do not know exactly what the market is going to do at this moment. All I know is this is a profitable strategy, and 70% of the time when the market does this set of rules, follows this pattern, it does this. So I'm going to allocate the same amount of funds to this pattern every single time so that the odds can play in my favor, so that 70% of the time I can make some money. If you have a predefined risk, greed will never affect you. One of the main components that a lot of traders fight with is greed. And that's something that I've faced for years, especially if you start trading at a very young age and you have that willpower and that dream of being rich. You have that burning desire in your heart. You have that hustle in your heart, and you find trading as a way that you can escape, a way, an avenue that you can get to the goals that you have and that you want to accomplish. Greed is hard to fight, especially when you're young and you don't have a lot of responsibility. So you're like, man, I could risk it all. So what? You have to have that predefined risk, and that is what's going to save you from yourself. And when you see the consistency and you see the profit, you see the growth from using a consistent risk every day, and you're not blowing accounts, it will naturally become easy and just be part of you. You wouldn't even have to think twice about it. You wouldn't get that itch, that feeling of needing to over leverage, because it's just something that you don't do. People that don't drink simply just don't drink. They don't fight the urge to drink. They just don't drink, right? And like I said, if you're that person that used to do that, if you used to over leverage, or you still over leverage now and you're fighting that, that is your answer. Have a predefined risk and stick to that. That could be 1%, 2%, 3%, 5% of your account. It depends on the style of trader you are, your trade frequency, and when you do your backtesting, you get to this data of your trading and your strategy, you will know it's safe. Let's say you win your trades only about 40% of the time. It will be pretty easy to stop over leveraging, because you know that, 1 to 2 losses back to back is pretty easy with a 40% win rate. So it's pretty easy to blow your account. So it would naturally be easier for you to make more sense with it, because you understand the data. But a lot of traders just like to see something work and cherry pick, and then allow ignorance to be their bliss. And unfortunately in trading, when you make mistakes and you do things wrong, trading is unforgiving. You're going to lose money. You have to do things perfectly to be able to consistently make money. And understand, like I said, guys, you got to realize as a trader, the moment you become profitable is the moment that you have all the pillars of your trading structured. You have your strategy, you know your routine, you have your psychology down packed, and you're consistently doing this every day. Once you get to that point, you are the same as the millionaire traders you're looking at. The only difference now is time and capital. So, the other issues of psychology, like fear of missing out, if you have a strategy that tells you exactly when to get in, it doesn't matter about, damn, I missed my entry. I hate when I miss my entry. It hurts all the time. But there's nothing I can do about it except feel it and then move on. So after a while, you're like, okay, so what, bro? I'm not about to sit here and trip over this. I'm not worried about, dang, is the market going to keep going? I'm not overthinking that. Because it's not my job to figure out what the market is going to do today. That's not my job. My job is to execute my strategy perfectly. And if I do that, it will naturally take care of my psychology, right? That doesn't mean don't better yourself. And that's one of the key things when it comes to psychology, is really just look to better yourself as a person. Psychologically, with the things you do, go to the gym, be disciplined, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So the things, how you move in your life is going to now translate into your trading account. So start reading books, just educate yourself and grow. And you will see that it's easier to be disciplined in the charts. And the last component, the last pillar, when it comes to being profitable, we spoke about having strong analysis, having a strategy that works. Understanding market structure is going to be very, very key in that. Your psychology, like I told you guys, it stems back to the most important thing, which is your method, your strategy, what you're doing every single day. is be consistent. You have to do it every single day. Don't, because, bro, guys, it's so easy. And look, I'm a trader, bro. We trade every day. I know how it feels. Like, you follows your strategy to the T 2-3 times in a row, and you've been getting it right. So now you feel like you know the market. You feel like you know what the market is going to do. And then now you're taking counter trend trades, or you're just taking trades that's not part of your strategy. You're going to different time frames trying to look for the entry. Let's say a market gets to your zone and you didn't get your confirmation. You might drop to a different time frame real quick just to fulfill what you want. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the confirmation of what you want. And 10 times out of 10, you're going to lose. Guys, go look at your strategy. And I want you to go look at your history of your trading and dissect your trading in half. Uncontrollable losses and controllable losses. Look at your trading history. Go one by one, put them in 2 different columns. Which losses could I 100% have avoided if I follow my strategy? And that includes over leveraging, lost too much money, got in too late, whatever the case may be. And what loss was just part of the game. My strategy just probability. That was out of the 10 trades that I take, that was one of the 4 that I'm gonna lose, right? Figure that out. And I promise you, when you dissect that, you will see how magically you can have overnight success in your trading. You will see how, damn, if half of these losses that were 100% avoidable were gone, I would have been a profitable trader. I would have made money this month. I would have been up 10%. But I lost 20% from doing things that I wasn't even supposed to do. And they add up, because you guys remember, the commission, the spread, all these little things, they add up, these little sneaky entries. Oh, let me get in a little early. We all done it. Oh, it's at my zone. Let me get in a little early before I get my confirmation, because it should bounce from here. I'm going to get the best risk to reward. And then you lose $20 there, $40 there, $100 there. These things add up. So it's having a strong foundation in terms of what is my strategy. And guys, don't stress yourself over this strategy thing. And yes, I keep bringing up the strategy and the analytics and the technicals and how you trade. And you could be a fundamental trader based off news, a technical trader. It doesn't matter. There's a million ways to do it. Look at every single sport, every single thing in life. There's different styles. Music is music. There's different styles and genres to music. If you make good music, you will make good money. There's boxers, different styles. Southpaw, Orthodox, Russian style, American, Mexican style, all these different styles. But at the end of the day, it's the boxer that becomes world champion, not the style. There's no specific style that's going to make you world champion, right? It's not only shooters that win championships. You know what I'm saying? It's how you execute on what you're doing. And that's the key thing I want you guys as traders to focus on. Don't focus on the money. Focus on your key performance indicators. 3 things. What is my win rate? How, based on my strategy, how often am I winning? And this is going to play a key part in what's your risk to reward. Okay, when I am right, let's say I'm right half of the time, 50% of the time. When I am right, how many of these actually make it to my TP? What's my risk to reward? How far? How far am I really good at picking a direction to get a great risk to reward on my trade? So you have to look at the data and see what works. I have my risk to reward, and then I have my trade frequency, depending on your lifestyle too, depending on the risk rewards you want. You have to play with these different metrics, because if you want more trade frequency, that's fine, but you have to be okay with a lower win rate. There has to be a balance. You can't have unlimited trade frequency with an unlimited win rate with crazy risk reward, and that's what traders want. They want to be able to take 100 trades a day, they all hit, and they all go from 1 to 10, 1 to 50 risk rewards. Guys, it's not possible, right? Work on these 3 components. Get your strategy down packed, something that works for you. You have the strategy, build a model around it, a daily routine, a reward system, a risk system, right? Once you have this, know your time frame, all these things, you have that. Have rules and structures for your trading, and that's going to lead into that psychology part and following it. And guys, just do this every single day. Do it every single day. And your goal, and how do I make more money? Scale it. Capital. Scale it. Whether it's a prop firm, adding more money, consistently adding money to your account, having a job, growing your account and funneling money into it every single time you get a check. That is how you're gonna build to be able to make 6 figures in a day. It's not gonna happen with a $100 account, $1,000 account. You're not gonna flip $100 to 10 million in a week, in a month. You're not gonna flip $100 to 10,000 in a month. When you find traders that do this, they're over leveraging. You don't see the behind the scenes. They're gonna take $100, try to flip it to 10,000 in a month, and they're over leveraging on every single trade. They're risking 30, 40, 50% on every single trade. They may be 4 or 5 pips of profit and might have to go break even because they can't afford to take a loss. That's not trading, but it's a great way to grab eyes because you guys love to see it. But that's not sustainable trading. Because if that was sustainable trading, they'll be turning $1 million into 200 million in a month, and they'll just keep doing it, turning $1 billion into 200 billion. Come on, bro. Right? So focus on your three pillars. Focus on your metrics, and then judge yourself on how good you follow your system. That should be your daily judge. And if you're able to focus on that, how well did I execute my plan? You will see that you're consistently profitable if you have a profitable plan, right? You're consistently profitable and you're scaling and you're growing. And that's the way, after time, depending on how aggressively you scale, you'll be able to have those 4, 5, 6, 7 figure trading type of salaries, in a year. And guys, understand, the way I see it, within the next 10 years, I'm going to be doing the same thing. Depending on, your set strategy or whatever the case may be, you have to modify it depending on your life. But, it's just, once you have your method, just follow it, scale it, and you'll see the growth nonstop. All right, family. So go ahead, be great, man. Be great. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Before the Millions Trading Academy. Same thing on BTM Trading Academy with an underscore. Make sure you guys follow. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. I know. So guys, if do me a favor, man. But now, shout out to y'all though. For all my traders, you guys are going through a very incredible journey. And like I said, only 5% of people actually, make money from this. So you're embarking on a journey that is not easy. And again, we make it harder on ourselves. And if you could follow these structures, if I knew this is what I had to focus on when I first started trading, I would have done it faster. It's not hard. You just have to rewire the way you think and look at things. But I just want to commend you because it's not easy. And a lot of people quit and give up because they don't have the right information. They're not willing to follow it, whatever the case may be. People have different reasons. But shout out to you. And you don't get enough props. A lot of people don't understand your pain, your suffering. You could have just blown your account. You're with your girlfriend, your mom, your friends, and they don't really understand that pain. It's different. We all understand bill pain, credit card pain, rent pain, things like that. But not everyone understands the pain of blowing an account, of waking up one day and your whole account is wiped. Of looking at your phone 1 second, you're up, coming back after using the bathroom and your whole account is gone. People can't relate to waking up. Trading comes with trading comes with its highs and lows. people also can't relate to waking up and your screen is blue. You up 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever the case may be. Even $100. People can't. They don't know what that feels like. Make money in your sleep, making money while you're in the shower, just being on your phone and having that type of freedom. People can't relate to that. So understand the goal you're really shooting for and what it takes. We're talking about trying to be a millionaire here. Most people don't even see 100, 200K in their lifetime, not to talk of in a year, right? Or in a month, or in a day, in a trade. Like, understand that is what's capable here. So with a big goal like that, with a big mission like that, it's not going to be something that everybody's going to be able to do. It's going to take a different type of discipline. You're going to have to be a special type of person, right? And a good trader is not pre-made. It's not about how tall you are, how smart you are, how quick you are, how dumb you are, how savvy or slick you think you are. It's about learning the game, learning what you have to do to win, and simply executing that perfectly, flawlessly, over and over and over, year after year, trade after trade. That's what it takes here. So you simply have to become that person. You have to become a good trader. You have to become a profitable trader by just knowing what profitable traders do and simply doing that every day. You can't do what you've been currently doing because obviously it doesn't work. So if what you're doing obviously isn't working, don't blame it on your psychology. Figure out something that does work. If you got to keep finding things and tweaking things, don't spend your money on that. Don't just find a strategy, hear something and hear that it looks good, see that a trader made $10,000 on a trade doing something and now you want to do it. You have to make sure you're doing it correctly. Back test. Get the data. This is an exercise I'm going to give y'all that I love to do. I would go back to either the start of the month, maybe start of the week. If you're new, you can start with the week. Go to the last week. What's your strategy? And replay. Basically go through the market on a Saturday. Go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with your strategy and what entries were you exactly supposed to get. Look at the results you were supposed to get this week and then look at your trading history and look at the type of results you got. And you're going to see a gap. And as you get more disciplined and consistent and have more confidence and faith in your strategy, you're going to see that gap start to diminish. And the moment you're able to back test, and your back test is the results on your trading history, oh my God, you are a successful trader. Imagine the times that you back test, that's what your trading history looked like. That's your goal. All right? Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys got value here. Subscribe. Let me know how you feel in the comments. And good luck to you guys on your journey. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing on Instagram. You can follow my journey as a trader. We're doing a 100 to 1 million challenge right now where we're taking $100 in trading capital, funded trading capital. So we're not taking $100 to $1 million. We're taking $100 and using that to get, a 12K funded account. We're going to use that to get the 25, the 50, the 100, the 200, to keep scaling up to the million. So you guys are going to be able to see me through this entire journey. The wins, losses, everything. And it's going to be beautiful. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at BTM Academy _, and that's on Instagram and TikTok. And Before the Million Trading Academy on YouTube. And let's keep winning, man. Let's keep being successful. I'm going to see you at the top. I'm going to see you guys at whatever city, whatever country you're flying to, because you know the withdrawal's hitting. Let's get this money, man. I love y'all.